this week's episode, I'm heading out to Utah to hunt with my good friend, Doyle Moss of Mossback Outfitters. I'll be hunting with my muzzleloader on a conservation tag. I can't wait, but before we go, I've got a little pond project. We're gonna load the bobcats, head north. We've got a CRP field that's got a west-facing slope. We're gonna actually dig a hole on that slope and create a water catch. There's a lot of pheasants and mule deer in the area. A little quick conservation project before we head out to hunt my conservation tag out in Utah. Well, the pond project is slowly coming to a finish. Got the black poly in now, and just doing a little backfilling and then probably some grade work, but it's kind of a challenge with all the sod clumps that are still in here. But I think the plan is, we know that's going to hold water, so we got decent slope into the hole now from up above. So we're just going to try to level this up the best we can with the sod in here. And then maybe come back and just broadcast some seed in here to give this little area some green yet this fall, and we'll fill the hole up and probably get a stealth cam in here and even set a blind back in here so we can hunt this spot just in about a month or so. Just about got it wrapped up. Well, I'm out here in Utah with Mossback. Colton is guiding with me out here today, and we're trying to find a big mule deer buck. We actually just got up on top of this little run of mountains here. He's going back to grab a spotter. I think he's found something down here. I just saw a ferret running that way, and I'm like, are there ferrets out here? So we've been kind of having a little fire drill, but it's been fun. It's day one. Nice little snowstorm 2 days ago. High pressure, sun's out, the rut's on, and we're gonna find some big muleys, and I can't wait. It's a muzzleloader hunt, so we gotta get close.
Hi everybody, I'm Doyle Moss. I own Mossback Guides and Outfitters here from Elk Ridge, Utah, and we're gonna be hunting with Rick today. He's hunting some awesome muleys with his muzzleloader in northeastern Utah.
That is a pretty deer, young deer, but he's got the makings to be a great deer.
Utah, with the help of Sportsmen for Fish and Wildlife, the Mule Deer Foundation, Rocky Mountain Elk, and many other organizations, they got with the state and built one of the greatest conservation organizations of all time. And what it does, it allows a person, instead of waiting 24 years to draw these very coveted tags, we get to go to the auctions. We go to probably 50 to 60 auctions every year, and we are able to buy these permits. And what it allows is a client to spend some money, but he knows what the money is going to. Yes, he's going to get a deer tag or an elk tag, but he knows he's putting money on the ground. He knows he's transplanting sheep, or he knows he's doing water project for deer or elk. This is what's raised so much money for the state. We have millions of dollars in the bank, so if there's any kind of project, the money's always there. Other states struggle because they don't have this program. But more than anything, we can continue to have the biggest and best animals in the world. And so that's the beauty of the conservation program and the conservation money, and what it's doing, and what it's doing for our kids and our grandkids in the future, that we can all have this forever.
Shall we leave him to his ladies? Go find his daddy?
Yeah.
Cool.
One thing I think it's really important to realize is the power of the people out there. And a lot of it's the people in front of the camera. You know, like Rick and Julie, they've come and hunted with us. And they are taking what they've hunted and they're putting it on TV, but they're also letting people know that it is conservation money, that they have spent some money that's going to conservation, but also they're promoting conservation. And that's where all of you guys out there that have the TV shows, I mean, it's important to continue to push conservation and let people know in the world what it's doing. There's a lot of negativity about the conservation program because people aren't educated. So it's so important for everybody that's out there that has the platform of the TV to just educate. Even if you take 30 seconds out of every TV show, just explain why you're doing it, because it's important. And without the education, we're just going to get a lot of negative about the conservation program.
We're just driving in on the north end of this range, glassing some deer, trying to get to a spot we wanted up on this ridge. And Jeremy's in the back seat. He said, "Hey, stop real quick," and we glassed this deer. And we found a really nice deer up top. Feels like the wind's out of the north right now. So we're gonna loop all the way around and try to come in on top of him and see if we can't get close. But he's a pretty deer, really pretty deer. But we gotta get with it. You know, shoot range is muzzleloader. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got past this deer. Got the wind in our face, and if he hasn't gone too far, we should be able to slide down this ridge and try to get in position. Just see what he's doing. He's pretty aware, but he's got some does with him, and it is the rut. Close in the distance. He's just up over the top right here, so we're trying to come in on the backside of him. The wind is actually a little sketchy, but it's kind of what I call slipping the wind. So the wind's coming out of the northeast, and he's just right over here, almost due west. So it's gonna kind of cut just off the backside of him, hopefully, if it stays true to what it was doing up top.
Meh, 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 meh.
Way low.
Yeah, it hung up on me, guys.
Pretty low.
Jeremy and I stayed up high. Colton came down and got the pickup. And we watched this deer. We got some other guys that are up on the ridges and rangers and stuff that are hunting this unit as well. So we got a tough predicament. We watched this deer. We know where he's at. He's not that far from here. He's slowed back down. He's just chilling with his does. But we're starting to get some outside pressure, hunting pressure. So perfect world, we'd leave him be and just take our time, We don't want to force anything now, but we're trying to figure out how we can make a play before somebody drives through and blows him out. So we're strategizing still. Don't have the perfect plan set up yet. Not looking at us. Everybody just be good.
One thing that's really special about Mossback is our help, the guides, the spotters. We've come a long ways in 20 years, but we have some of the most hardcore, dedicated guides. I've always said, I would rather take a guide that has a heart and loves what he does more than a guide that just thinks he knows what he's doing out there. And Mossback is a great family. I love these guides. I trust these guides. I mean, we are able to go and hunt some of the greatest animals in the world that no other people are a part of. So it's a special family, special group of guides, and it's just an amazing people, and it's an honor to be able to hunt with these guys and hunt with the true clients that come hunt with Mossback. We probably have 80% return clientele, and these clients love what we do for them, but we love that they come hunt with us because they are special to us and we're special to them because we get to hunt for the biggest and best there is.
Just coming up in here and looking for the deer that we left yesterday. Ran into another nice buck just now, and he's definitely pushing does around. Just had a little scramble right here. Couldn't get a shot on him because he dropped down the bottom, came up the other side too far away. He's pushing does up the canyon, so we're gonna see if we can get a little bit closer. Just up on the other ridge where we were yesterday. Colton glassed up that buck that we found yesterday that really hasn't gone but maybe 100 yards from where we saw him yesterday. So slip up in there. Wind's getting after it pretty good up on top. Hopefully we can stay off that top edge of that ridge where it's cooking and just stay maybe kind of same elevation as he is. We got this big ridge to the west that's kind of blocking the wind, so get up in there and see if we can't get close enough and make it happen. So we got this buck, he's bedded up here. He's laying at the top of this ridge, just above the saddle. He's above the does. There's a doe right below him that can probably see us if we make a big move here. So we're just gonna try to slide out just right here off the edge. And I wanna get laid down and just wait for him to stand up. But he looks like he's kind of sleeping. He's really relaxed right now.
He's getting up.
Jeremy just got up.
He's going to step into that snowy hole.
Okay, just above that.
At the very top above the doe. He's hit.
Yep. See his antler?
Yep.
Oh. So here's the deal. Jeremy and I have been sliding up through here, just kind of working our way between the junipers. We knew kind of where he was bedded when we had him glassed up on the other ridge about a mile away. And the problem has been is he's got so many deer with him, does and smaller bucks, that they're kind of scattered out all along that little east face of this little cut that they're in. He was at the very top. So we had to try to work through this country, not get picked by these deer. We found him bedded, kind of facing away, pretty much sleeping. I was looking at him through the scope, and he was, just out. And Jeremy and I are trying to get into position, and it's tough right here because it's so open. They're kind of looking down on us. Ideally, we wanted to come across the top and have some elevation on them, but it's so open. I personally didn't feel comfortable with it. I know Jeremy kept wanting to go higher, and I think we compromised. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Let's go see if we can find some blood. This is a conservation tag, Sportsmen's for Fish and Wildlife out of Utah. We go to the conservation show every year in Salt Lake at the Salt Palace. Those people have been nothing but gracious to us, and I'm actually hunting with Doyle Mossback, and I got Colton out here today on the mountain with us. And it's just, I love hunting mule deer, what can I say? It's a great place to do it. And the money goes to a great cause, conservation for mule deer habitat. It's an honor to be out here chasing around in these hills in Utah. Shooting the Gunworks muzzleloader. And I've never seen a blood trail like this with a muzzleloader in all my life. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I cannot believe how tall he is, Colton. I know. Hey, we thought the shot was a little high, but it's money. It's right there. Colton, look at this deer. Look at the neck on him. One of the things we talked about was trying to find a great big mature buck, not even caring about score, just shooting an older age class deer. I mean, this deer's neck is giant, and he is a dandy buck. I mean, look at his backs, look at his fronts. We saw this yesterday. He was kind of a little bit weaker on his left side, but that's how we knew it was him. Kind of the way we identified him when you blast him up this morning.
Yep. Good shot, man.
Thanks, bud. I just want to give a big thank you to Colton Peterson and Doyle Moss, of course, for all their help and efforts in helping us on a great hunt out in Utah. But most importantly, I want to give Doyle a shout out for all the hard work that he and his team does to help raise money for conservation. It goes a long way, and I think at the end of the day, it's probably one of the things outside of all the animals, the big animals that he's been a part of in some great hunts, it's going to come down to the good work that he's been doing behind the scenes with conservation. So kudos to Mossback. Can't wait to see you guys on the next hunt.